Okay, so that's all the good OCs this week. Time to move on to the bad OCs. Now, running back in the exact same order that we did the good OCs, we're going to start off with Commander.
Oh, it's me. Okay, so here's my bad OC, which I had gotten fresh off the submission lot thanks to good pal Medi here, and well, this is Lion Gentle Colt. He's a bookworm pony who has lived since the time of Luna and Celestia's rise to power, so pretty old. He's sort of works behind the scenes, and his father is Star Swirl, the bearded, and he went to work for the princesses after his father passed away. He's an Alicorn because he inherited his wings and horn, and I don't know exactly when it says that. Doesn't mean that he was born with them. I'm thinking it does. And it says he doesn't ever leave the castle without a cloak because he feels he doesn't deserve his status. And he's sort of a shy, intelligent kind of character, and extremely charming. And his Cutie mark is a book to represent his love of reading and like knowledge retention and stuff like that. Now, before you guys go on this, one thing I do sort of like is the fact that he doesn't feel like he deserves his status, and he's sort of shy about that kind of thing. I think that's good because reading this, I'm sort of just like having to start. I think the tipping point for me when I first was reading this was that his father was Star Swirl the Bearded. I think that was sort of what put it over the edge. I mean, there are certain things that, like, you have to sometimes just you have to do to have it fit, but I mean, I don't know. Anyway, so you guys want to go at the backstory at all before moving on to the OC's design?
I think you pretty much hit it on the head there. That that's all I have to say about backstory and whatnot.
I personally don't like how it's taking place in show, it seems.
Yeah, this is why I'm all like, "Hey, you!" Alternate universe.
Yeah, I think that...
So you don't have to worry about actual characters and semantics that people may or may not have to cut out of editing.
Exactly. Because then it just becomes bickering and whining, and it's a whole lot... You sidestep away from all of that frustration if you just pick a left or right. You pick, or Earth Pony, but why? Either you pick a Unicorn, Earth Pony, or Pegasus OC, or whatever random creature.
I'm just gonna go ahead and say that word with background right now. It's easier with non-alicorns because alicorns are forced into some kind of logical field if you're in the canon universe, but
exactly.
Those are like impossible to do.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like this one doesn't really make sense because inherited wings and horn.
I don't understand that. I'm trying to figure out whether he when his father passed away, he somehow got wings and a horn, even though Star Swirl never became an Alicorn, or
to our knowledge.
No, that is like, I mean,
I know that's true. He never did.
To our knowledge.
He failed. Moving on.
Fuck up, it doesn't goddamn matter. Any fucking ways.
Let's move on to the actual pony itself. My main problem with this OC is the Cutie mark. And other minor things, but the main problem I personally have with it is the Cutie mark, and that book just looks off, way out of place. If it was an actual book laying on a desk, sure, whatever. But if it's an actual Cutie mark, you gotta simplify it a little bit.
It's very detailed.
Too detailed.
Also,
especially for the medium.
I like his glasses.
You would. But it's just one of those things that's okay, think of what you're doing in your medium. It's okay, you're having hard strokes with colored pencils and whatnot, but it's just too much. Yeah. You're trying to accomplish too much in this, as opposed to last week where we had the Medicine Pummel Stone pony. I mean, she had a very detailed Cutie mark, but it wasn't overly detailed. It wasn't too detailed, in my opinion, just because it was in a medium where you can do that without looking cluttered. This looks cluttered.
Yeah.
I don't like his hooves.
Nope.
Yeah, I've never been a fan of the whole like fetlocked hooves.
And they're not even dragons holding marshmallows. They're just kind of glued marshmallows or wearing tiny socks.
He's wearing half socks, guys.
God damn it, half socks.
But anyways, one thing that I don't quite understand is the whole necklace thing, like neckband, because it's, from looking at it and just looking at some other pictures that we're not going to worry about, it just literally, like, it seems like it's literally just like a neckband that has like a ring on the front
It's
of
a
it.
dog collar.
Just a dog collar. But why does he have a dog collar? That's
Anywho,
Before-
I know we try not to gripe on people's art styles at all about this, but coming from like my earlier days where we all probably
Hello there,
fanfictional. Shut up. Where we all like sat there and did colored pencils, whatnot.
I never did
I really like how it's one of those things that, yeah, you can totally see how this person did it. I mean, it's obviously a colored pencil scanned in and then, just made in like a little fun doodle. There's nothing too over the top or overly complicated with it. It's just a colored pencil sketch.
Yeah,
I like it.
Nothing against the artist or anything. I have no gripes or anything with the artist. We're just
I
doing
actually
what
like
we do for the show.
colored pencils.
I
Colored
think
pencils are cool.
The one thing, and I don't know, maybe it's just me, I'm not a particular fan of the main, and I think if it wasn't an Alicorn, I would be more okay with the main. I don't know.
Fantastic. That's it. We're done. Moving on.
If it
Next.
wasn't an Alicorn,
Smooth,
it would be
smooth,
better. That's
smooth.
just freaking...
Keep going.
Okay.
Going.
Okay, fine.
Smooth.
That
Smooth.
works out,
Smooth.
guys.
Smooth. Go. Do your thing. Smooth.
Well...
Smooth. Pick your OC.
Shut
OC.
your
Fuck
mouth.
off.
Hey, Smooth. Bring it out.
Shut your mouth.
it out.
I'm gonna
Jeez.
punch you in your
Whip it
fucking
out there, buddy.
gob.
Anyway, this is Starlight Rider.
He
I'm
whipped it
sorry.
out.
I'm sorry you're getting an angry intro like this, but Pony looks angry, so it's like totally or something or other.
Totally or something or other.
God, that is an amazing necklace. She can never look down.
Stab!
Yeah.
Also,
Yeah.
dragon claws inside pony shoes.
I don't see it
Nope.
as much this time.
That's a stretch. That's a stretch.
Yeah, it was a nice try.
Okay,
I,
so anyways...
I really like those things though. Freaking horseshoes. What the crap are those things called? I
don't know.
could have swore
Horseshoes?
I said them earlier this episode.
Slippers? Feet?
Feet. I don't think those are feet.
I gotta put my feet on, guys.
I will say that her
Wait, a
back hoof,
Bratz doll?
her back hooves look a little impractical. I'm not sure if that's just the angle she's sitting at, because it looks like it's curved, and since they're made of like metal, I believe at least, they would not bend up correctly
Oh god, you're
when
right.
she stands up.
It is a female.
Yeah, it is-
I totally
is-
didn't expect female since fetlocks, but it's female.
Yep.
Totally
Fema-
female. That means
and
it's fuzzy.
fetlocks.
Fuzzy!
Oh.
Just super fuzzy, guys. So smooth. What do you like about this character?
I think she looks really nice. Her colors seem to work out.
Yeah.
And I really like her accessories colors. There's obviously a giant impracticality on the neck piece, chest piece thing, but it can be toned down at times.
It says she has a
Alright,
face
I'm going to
guard.
stop you right there. I'm going to take over here. All right, so this
Okay.
character actually is something that he brought up the colors and how they work together. I believe it is because of the light gradient that goes from the top of the mane all the way to the bottom. If you look at her actual coat, her coat is like a deep dark navy, but her overall color of her hair, or in the mane and tail, it's all that warm color. But as you get from the top of her mane all the way to the tip, where it gets to be that kind of plum purple color, it starts to cool a little bit. So that cooling helps bring the color back in to the actual navy in her coat. And then having the bright blue in her eyes, gems, and on the little feet, foot shoe things, all help to make this cohesive color style. You know what I mean?
It says
Not to mention,
it says she has a silver face guard, but I don't see it.
it's in other pieces we won't worry about.
Yeah.
Okay.
There's like a ton of pictures of this character that you can go out and look at.
Yeah, there are a lot.
I saw it briefly in one of the other pieces of her as like a super lighter character. Apparently, this character is actually cursed somehow.
Yeah.
I don't know exactly how. I briefly looked over and I haven't found anything yet, but
I don't know. One thing.
Also, she was born. Also, she was born with emotional dysregulation disorder, which means she could not feel emotions of any sort, but developed them over time.
Okay.
yeah.
It's weird. I'm not sure.
Obviously, it was her curse, guys. Totally, that makes sense. Don't listen to me. That was dumb. That was a very bad joke on my part. Don't listen to me. I'm sorry.
Her actual like backstory is the fact that while now before Medi starts slamming on the edgy button, I'm just gonna preface this. Okay, so her older sister cursed her at birth when just after her mother died, which was also partially apparently Ryder's fault, and turning her coat to like the darker color scheme. Everything would have been apparently a whole lot lighter and she wouldn't be an Alicorn, but she is now an Alicorn because of the curse, from what I am reading.
Oh, she was cursed to be edgy.
It's the worst curse of them all.
I'm so sorry.
I like the colors for the main, but I think that the sort of the dots, I guess, I'm assuming they're supposed to signify stars.
I don't know. I like stars. I like it more than the alternative of it being dandruff, but I want to believe it's stars.
But I just think that
I'm
it's
kidding.
a
I'm
little
kidding.
bit cluttered for what it is. I think that a little like toning it down, having them a little bit more scattered would be a little bit better because I don't know.
Dispersed.
Yeah, disperse them a bit because I feel that there's just so many. And it's kind of distracting a bit, in my opinion.
Smooth, I think this is quite lovely. You always pick good OCs, and how dare you?
Yeah.
Well, but
I'm sort of. I'm kind of indifferent on this one, to be quite honest.
but look at her ethnicity. She's brushish and germane. And she also has some prance
and Neptunese.
Neptunese.
God damn it!
Hey, Medi.
Swear to God.
Hey, Medi. We getting this high five before Mummified kills us or not?
Yeah, hopefully. Thank you, Smooth.
I thought it was you guys just being dumb fucks, but that's actually in the character bio, and I'm actually suddenly okay with it. I'm like, you're just making shit up, aren't you? And it's like, nope, it's in the character bio, and I'm like, alright, I'll let it go.
I personally don't like her colored scheme, honestly.
It's understandable.
And
Coming
the worst...
coming from the guy that has a dark navy blue OC.
Not that dark.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's approaching almost gray levels of dark.
Like with my.
Mummified, you've been wrong with a lot of colors of our OCs.
Are you sure you're not colorblind? Because I actually am colorblind and I'm better than you.
Yeah, seriously. Do you just not retain our colors?
I have bad memory.
Anyways, the worst part about this OC has to be her accessories. Without them, I think she would be a lot better.
I like her accessories, I just don't like the chest and neck piece, and I think they're a little
smaller.
Too big, maybe.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, they're
Specifically the neck piece. If the neck piece was smaller, that'd be better.
unless she's supposed to be like small, like she's actually supposed to be like physically shorter than most, and she's just fitting into her.
Nope,
No.
she's bigger.
Yeah, bigger. Definitely bigger.
Well, yeah,
Hey.
if bigger things, she can bigger, even bigger, and be
But-
even more terrifying with all of that armor.
It
You
looks
know,
like
because
she.
gigantic armor is.
It looks
to
like she's a
induce
large
fear.
and decided to buy 3 extra large times 3.
Anyway, I think that's enough on that character. Time to move on to Medi's character.
Ugh.
So, Medi, what do you have for us?
So, guys.
How does this work?
So, guys, you know how I mentioned that there was a, in Lethal Aurora Mage, there was originally, like, a single ruler, then they brought in? This is the original ruler of her Equestria. This is Solaris. Basically, the Celestia of the universe.
Okay.
He is the ruler of the sun, and, I don't like male OCs. You made every
You don't
time,
like
mums.
You don't like male OCs?
Male Alicorn OCs. Sorry, let me correct myself there. And he seems like a polar opposite to sorry. Like I said, I'll never get the name right. Crescentia. Solaris seems like a complete opposite to this, because his hair is all this brash, like rough, mess. It almost looks messy, but without like an actual mess to it.
It's like fire.
Yeah, like fire, I guess.
Man, his. I'm trying to make a joke here. I just can't.
Also,
His
Sound it out.
glare looks fiery.
I hate his wings.
Oh my
they're
goodness,
so
they're
pointy.
gigantic.
They are quite pointy.
I don't like them at all. Nothing against Lethal Aurora Mage and her style. These wings are not my thing, and I really don't like them.
Funny enough, because we were talking on the other one about how we really like the wings.
Yeah.
Yeah, because they were. Did you notice the size difference between the wings?
Yes.
Yeah.
And can we talk about the fact that the other one was so much more curvy and this one has hard angles in it?
That too.
It's almost like the difference between male and female.
Or the difference of night and day?
I guess I just
Wait, what? The day is edgy? I thought the night was supposed to be edgy.
no.
No, I'm saying the differences are like of night and day.
Oh.
Oh my god. Anywho, like, it's almost the exact same thing that I felt about the Crescenta one and this one. It's like there's so many things in this one that set it apart. I'm gonna spoil it right now. Medi, you're not getting my bad vote this week. I'm sorry.
I don't expect it because this is I brought him in because I personally do not like his look to him. This is all personal thing, and I think in relation to his fic, he fits actually pretty well.
I like it almost. I like the fact that he's kind of got bags under his eyes, like he's not getting enough sleep or something. I don't know.
I think it looks more like a hardened glare. Like he's been doing a lot of glaring at the sun. Cough. That's bad for your eyes, man.
But
Oh, wait,
he's gotta
Yeah.
praise the
and
sun.
Never mind.
No, don't praise the sun. Don't look directly into the sun. Just don't even talk about the
Also,
sun.
Can
'cause-
I?
Oh.
Can I just like that cutie mark real quick?
Pretty cool, honestly.
It's too deep for me, but it looks beautiful.
It reminds me of like
Again.
something I'd see out of like Zelda or something. You know,
Super
With, like, the Chicas.
simplified.
I
There's
like it.
nothing. It leaves. It shows a lot, but leaves enough for you to imagine. Like it's symbolic. Symbolism, guys. Symbolism.
One thing I'd like to point out, and this is included on the description of Solaris, that Mage herself does feel like the art is sort of a bit of a step down from Crescentia, because she's not used to drawing male alicorns and stuff like that.
Which is fine. And I personally don't like male alicorns anyways.
So they recognize the faults with the art as well, which happens to everyone. Do we have anything more to say on Solaris? I mean, he's really not that bad. I honestly like him. I think his character fits.
I would like to end this off with saying to tell everyone to please go and actually read the lore behind these two.
All right,
Okay.
time for me for my OC. I've brought Aurora. Not a Aurora of the lethal or mage variety, but just Empress Aurora.
Empress.
Oh
now
shit!
You want to talk about names or suffixes sounding evil or foreboding? Talk about Empress.
Yeah.
Empress is pretty.
Empress makes Queen look like a princess.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it really
Empress
does.
is like, wow.
And
that
it's
is
freaking Her Imperial Majesty,
Yeah.
Empress Aurora of
Yeah.
Roanoke.
Yeah, you
Roanoke.
think fucking Princess Miyamori Cadenza was a heavy and or like had a lot of clout behind it? No, Her Imperial Majesty Emperor Aurorus
Empress.
of the
Of Roanoke.
Roanoke.
Can you imagine having to call her that every time you meet her?
God, I'd punch myself in the face.
No, it's like even when like in
Welcome
You
to
know-
our fair kingdom, your Imperial Majesty, Empress Aurora.
it's even like in casual conversation to be like, oh hey, Imperial Majesty Empress Aurora of Ragnarok, do you want to go get a soda? Oh yeah, it's like, well where does her
Where dost
Imperial
thou want to
Majesty-
go, filthy peasant?
Take me to the soda!
I would like to go to the soda bar.
Hey, you know who I was talking to the other day? Her Imperial Majesty Empress Aurora of Ragnarok. Oh no way! I haven't seen her Imperial
Ragnarok?
Majesty Empress Aurora of
Did she
Ragnarok
say
in forever.
Ragnarok?
It's actually Roanoke.
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 Roanoke. Isn't
There's-
that a?
Well, I mean, that's that's actually your sister, Ragnarok.
Anyway, okay. So enough about the name. It's actually not that bad of a name. I mean, it's got a nice bit of hefty clout
Oh,
behind
yeah.
it. So
We're just ripping shit.
the I don't know if it's just a particular art style that's throwing me because I'm so used to having like more show style, but that could be one of the things that throws me off. I mean, I'm not dissing on it. I don't think anything's bad with it. There are a couple of things that are bad with it. Just I don't know. It's one of those things.
Opinions.
It's opinions that it's like, okay, I'm not jiving 100% with the art style, but it's not something so bad that I'm saying no, stop, go home and start over. No, not even in the least bit. I don't feel that way at all. It's just in this case, there's a couple of minor tweaks I would probably do. The overall like color scheme for it, that's a nice solid purple. I like it. It just, I feel that the mane and wing and
I
yeah,
feel
like the
we're
mane,
having a
the wing, and the
listless
body.
problem, where the
It
colors are
kind
too
of-
close together to make a really noticeable distinction. Like there is slight differences, and you can tell, but it's
Man.
really close.
This is
Yeah.
the horsiest looking horse we've had on the show.
I do believe this takes the cake for
Top horse.
most horse.
Of course.
Top horse.
Most horse OC on the show. But
I
don't know.
It looks
I-
kind of like another generation of ponies, though I've not watched them, so.
I would
not
vote. I would
bro,
vote
I
against
marathon newborn cuties.
It looks like it would fit more in one of those generations.
Mums, that's not something you should sound accomplished about. It really isn't.
I'd say
It took a lot of
more
alcohol.
so smooth, yes, but still, I mean, it's. Yeah, I think it's too horsey even for some of those, but it's definitely.
Well, maybe not. Maybe not the show. Maybe more of the
It's too horsey.
advertisements. You know, because
Maybe.
advertisements for some reason look way different than the show.
Yeah, it's weird, even for like season 4 or like generation 4. So a lot of the times.
My Little Pony.
So one of the other things that I feel that is kind of weird and awkward is the fact that in the actual stroke for the OC, at least in the Empress Aurora sitting pretty piece, it just, that stroke just lights up a little bit too much, and it's that bright neon purple, and I feel like that kind of, yeah, it shows the outline a little bit better, but I don't know. I think it's too bright of a stroke. Maybe if she was like glowing or had a magical aura about it, the stroke might be, fitting, but I don't know.
I really don't like her cutie mark.
You don't like her cutie mark? Why don't you like her cutie mark?
Because of all the gradients in it. Ugh.
I
It,
All right.
it looks like they were going for a simplified look to it, but they just kind of went, Alright, that's done. There's the design. Let's fucking... Gradient. There we go.
My main problem is I don't get it. What does this cutie mark mean? Because cutie marks, like, there are, like, the meaning behind a lot of characters. They can sometimes make or break certain parts of a character.
And especially for, alicorns.
Yes, definitely. When you are already running a thin line with making an Alicorn OC, because that's normally looked down upon in this fan base.
Okay, I would like to say they do actually say what it apparently symbolizes in the description. It says it symbolizes her affinity with translocation magics. Now, maybe I just don't know translocation magics very well, but I don't know. I don't get it.
Minor critique on the cutie mark itself, just from a vector standpoint. You may want to, what is it called? It's under strokes and illustrator. I can't remember what it is, but increase the limit of those endpoints, because I look at the cutie mark that's actually in the person's profile picture, and it looks like it's okay, but when it's actually in the piece of the actual cutie mark, it's cut off at the tip, which just means you need to either you just need to increase the limit enough so that the actual point comes out, or you need to increase the angle of when the two lines are coming together, because if you have them coming out too much at a point, it makes it sort of it does that chop
Ironically
off
enough,
thing.
if you make them more of a point, you don't get a point. It's
Exactly.
retarded.
And that's just one of those things that you have to then increase the limit for it. But then, the point would just jut out even further. Like, it'd be this ridiculously long point. So just something to think about. If you want to remake it, go ahead. It's just something easy to fix. I mean, if it's a simple vector, you can just go in and fix it real quick.
Which I hope, if you're doing a cutie mark like this, that you're doing it in a vector program. If you're not, though I'm not sure about that, just because of all the aliasing.
Well,
So I'm not sure, just because vectors, you generally don't get that. So I don't know.
yeah. So regardless of that, I mean, it's one of those things that everything just feels a lot similar to each other. I mean, it's one of those things that's like, yeah, the mane is really close to the body color, and the wings are the same color as, well, the gradient. The darker portions of it all feel like it kind of blends together in the same kind of feel. I don't know. But it's just one of those things that, in our opinion, if you adjusted it or kept that in mind in making another OC, like your next OC, if you're still wanting to make OCs, it's just one of those things that you can think about and possibly not do next time. I don't know. Anything else, you guys?
I wish that I had the time and ability to go through and read this backstory, but there's so much stuff on backstory.
Well, there's still the short introduction that you can read.
Which is nice, but
It is always nice when you have a TLDR version.
Yeah, for those people who are illiterate and can't, stand to read anything
But I mean,
for more than 5 minutes.
You should usually have something along the lines of something simple. Because
Yeah, man,
not everyone wants to sit through a hour read epic of how your character is good. You should have a simple reason why people should be okay with your character.
It's mostly just
Personally,
the
I
fact
believe.
that I couldn't read this during us recording this to talk about the character.
I understand that. I'm just saying.
Which
That
yes, there's a sort of quick, short introduction talking about how...
Again, it kind of comes with the comic book theory where you gotta try to grab the reader or the viewer of the art right away with, like, this is my character, this is why, this. And then you can elaborate later in a story.
Exactly.
You gotta hook them with the appearance and the character, and then you can bring them in for the extra.
Yeah. So that's about it for this OC this week. That actually is the last of the OCs for this week. So now it comes to everybody's favorite time.
Voting.
Voting.
Time to become a democracy!
Running back in the voting order that we had for the rest of the show, Commander, who is your... Well, let's actually run through this real quick. We have Prince Novelist, that was my OC. We have Evening Hush by Commander, Crescentia that was brought in by Medi, and then Clarity brought in by Smooth. So, Commander, who is your favorite OC this week, other than your own?
Other than my own, of course, because I would always vote for my own, because there's a reason why I picked my own.
Because you're a self-conceited asshole.
I am, it's true. I've never denied it, but, I
Only
really,
embraced it!
I really actually liked all of the OCs this week for one reason or another, but I think I'm going to actually have to go with, Prince Novalis, just because, I don't know, it's like it's an OC that you'd think would be kind of over the top, but I don't know, it just dragged me in, and I loved it.
Smooth?
It's almost like a complete and total blowout for me. I love all of their color palettes. Oh my goodness, no one would have expected that.
Whoa.
Nope.
The blue and the black and the shiny yellow. I never got to talk about the shiny yellow on friggin' Prince Novelist. By the way, love that. Anyway, and actually, Crescentia is the only one I see without shiny yellow that I can vote for, but whatever. Evening Hush, also beautiful friggin' color palette. But then there's Crescentia, who's freaking
Purple! Everywhere!
yes, all of that purple and that pink and lavender. And she was one of the alternate universe, correct?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Thank goodness.
Like way
because-
back in time.
Okay. Good, because
Way
I was
back in
going to
time
be-
and also an alternate universe.
Yeah. I was going to be like, wait, please say I didn't get this messed up, because I'm totally going to vote for Crescentia.
Yeah!
And if I swear I got that wrong, then I was going to be extremely angry. But apparently I didn't, so the vote still goes to Crescentia.
Medi?
Yay!
Okay, Commander, you say I'm trying to sabotage you, but I'm voting for Evening Hush. Hush.
Huss.
Evening Huss.
Evening Hush! But I'm mainly voting...
Yes.
Evening Hush! Bring me it now!
Okay.
I'm voting for her mainly because I really like her color scheme. Pulling the smooth here. And also because of that little headcanon I invented while we were reviewing her. Because that's like my favorite thing now.
God damn it.
Sweet.
Just, sometimes, I sit on something for so long and I'm like, oh, I may actually win this one. It's like, no, Prince Novalis is totally like the bomb diggity and is like the coolest character I've ever seen. Oh, I have a shoo-in to win good OC this week. No, because just gonna get one vote. All right, whatever. Well, my favorite is Crescentia this week, just because I love all that purple.
My OC is like mostly purple, guy.
Wait a minute.
Yeah, mostly. However, Crescentia is 100% purple.
Yeah,
Wait a minute. Did I win?
you won, Medi.
I won good OC!
You won good OC.
Yes!
I'm so sorry, Clarity. I didn't do a good job defending you.
Yes!
How do you think I felt when I had Melody on here?
I win!
I lost.
I'm sorry, Smooth.
It's okay.
Oh God,
I think this is my first
Jesus
win on the
Christ.
show.
it feels good, right?
It feels good.
Yeah, Melody does feel good.
Shut up, Commander!
Anyway, now that Medi is just elated with his win for good OC, let's talk about bad OCs. All right. So just to run through it one more time, we have Her Imperial Majesty Empress Aurora of Roanoke by Valine, and then we have Lion Gentle Colt by Lost Girl, brought in by Commander. We have Solaris by Lethal Aura Mage, brought in by Medi. And then Starlight Rider by Kit Straza, brought to us by Smooth. So, same order we've been doing all episode, guys. Commander?
So first things first, Medi, it's a good thing you won good OC, because you're sure as fuck weren't gonna win bad OC.
Yeah, I know.
buddy.
I knew that going into this.
So it's between Aurora and Starlight Rider, and I mean, there's parts I like and parts I dislike with each, but I think I'm gonna have to go with Starlight Rider, and part of it I think is just the whole like being cursed by their sister birth thing. I don't know. It just seems kind of ridiculous and edgy, and maybe it's just me and I'm being crazy, but I don't know.
How can the one thing I have a problem with that about is how do you get cursed into becoming an Alicorn?
Yeah, I don't get that. I also don't like fetlocks on female ponies, but that's just me.
I don't like fetlocks at all.
I don't like them at all, but if they're going to be there, definitely not on the female pony.
I still like her though.
I mean, it's
Smooth.
not bad. Don't get me wrong. I don't hate this OC. It's just my least favorite.
Smooth. Why don't you go ahead and vote there, buddy?
I am going to I actually don't really dislike any of the bad OCs brought here, like, at all.
The
For
least of the best.
Aurora, though, I guess I'm gonna have to give bad OC to Solaris, just because that mane and tail, I love them, but how can thing?
How do you vote on things, Smooth?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, I personally did not like Lion Gentle Colt the most. I didn't really like his backstory tying himself into the show universe. And that's one of the main reasons I didn't like him, and also, again, I don't like male Alicorns at all.
Hey guys, Smooth here. Unfortunately, Mummified had some technical difficulties when it came to his audio at the voting portion, so I swear I'm not cheating when I say this, but he voted for the OC that I brought this week, Starlight Rider. So I won bad OC. Yay.
I won in the episode Commander Loston!
Yay.
Yes! And don't call this bullshit sabotage thing. I voted for both of your OCs.
Don't you be a dick about it, though.
I totally voted for both your OCs, unironically.
Well, that's the episode this week. We hope that you all had a great time, enjoyed everything that we had to say this week. Just a little thing. This was a nice little end point for our 3-episode set that we had here, the Unicorn, Pegasus, and Earth Pony thing, and I felt it was appropriate to end it with a nice little bit of Alicorn. You know, it's like, put it all together and this is what you got. So next week, we hope to do another fan-submitted episode. So that means at the time of this episode being aired, you have 2 days to get in your own OC. We're going to be pulling from the pot of OCs that have already been submitted to our show. So if you haven't gotten your OC in yet, would like us to review it, feel free to submit it to the show. We're having another open. I mean, we've been accepting them all this time, but if you want to put yours in and you've been reluctant to do it before, feel free to add it. As you can probably tell from what we just had, I mean, Alicorns are a real big hot button kind of issue in the OC community. So, and if we were able to handle it like that, I mean, we'll approach your OC with the same amount of care and respect as we just did these OCs. So that's what we have going on. We're going to have another OC submitted episode next week, and then hopefully we'll start getting back into some other fun topics and themes. More of that down the line. Medi, tell the people where they can find us at.
Well, you can find us, especially me, the winner, at eurocsucks.deviantart.com, at eurocsucks at twitter.com. You can email us at eurocsuckspodcast@gmail.com, and you can send us a Tumblr message at eurocsuckspodcast.tumblr.com.
So, once again, my name is Mummified Thunderbirds. I have been your host, been joined by
Commander Sparkle.
Medi Bobo.
And Smooth Sailing.
I I won!
And remember, everybody, your OC sucks.